So, Blizzard just sued Turtle WoW, the pirate server, and this 49-page legal document is a journey. Let me be clear up front, Turtle WoW is probably going to lose this case if it does in fact come to court. They're distributing copyrighted content, and that's pretty cut and dried. But the way Blizzard is going about this lawsuit, that's where things get entertainingly unhinged. In this video, as you'll see, Blizzard's lawyers are using some of the most deranged legal arguments I've ever heard. My name is archvaldor. I have an unusual interest in this case as I've been running this exploit YouTube channel for over 10 years and have myself been subjected to legal takedowns by Blizzard. So here's what actually happened. For those unfamiliar with private servers, here's the basic situation. Turtle WoW is a fan-run version of World of Warcraft that lets people play for free without paying Blizzard's monthly subscription fees. It's a donation-funded model. They've been operating since 2018, offering what they call Vanilla WoW, basically the original 2004 version of the game that many players prefer over the modern version. But they also added their own custom content called Mysteries of Azeroth, with new quests, areas, and storylines. The way it works is simple. Instead of connecting to Blizzard's official servers, players download a modified client and connect to Turtle WoW's servers. No subscription is required, just donations if you want to support them. Though since donations are rewarded with cosmetic items, this might be described more accurately as a form of microtransactions. At its peak, Turtle WoW had over 44,000 concurrent players. That's a lot of people. So on August the 29th, 2025, Blizzard filed a lawsuit in California federal court against Turtle WoW's operators, who are spread across Russia, Germany, the Netherlands, and other countries. The complaint includes 9 different legal claims, demands massive damages, and asks the court to essentially delete Turtle WoW from the internet entirely. Now, the basic copyright infringement claims make sense. Turtle WoW is using Blizzard's copyrighted game code, artwork, and trademarks without permission. That's pretty straightforward intellectual property violation. But then Blizzard decided to get creative with their legal theories, and that's where this gets ridiculous and entertaining. Let's start with the crown jewel of legal overreach. Blizzard is literally using RICO, the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, against a fan server. Now, when you hear the word racketeering, when I first looked at it, I thought, hang on, are they talking about protection rackets? And then I thought, like, is that just a generic term for a broad class of some kind of fraudulent behavior? No, it's actually the protection racket law. RICO was designed in 1970 to take down the MAFIA. We're talking Al Capone level organized crime, protection rackets, murder for hire, that kind of thing. But according to Blizzard, accepting donations for a World of Warcraft fan server makes you a criminal enterprise engaging in racketeering activity. I'm not joking, they actually argue that using WoW logos and accepting PayPal donations constitutes the same legal framework as running a crime syndicate. The predicate crimes they're alleging: copyright infringement and trademark violations. So apparently, if you commit 2 acts of copyright infringement, you're now Al Capone. This is like prosecuting someone for jaywalking under terrorism statutes. So now we come to the censorship demands. Blizzard actually want the courts to shut down all Turtle WoW media accounts. That's all social media accounts. Not just remove infringing content, delete entire Twitter, YouTube, and Discord accounts. This is called prior restraint, and it's exactly the kind of government censorship the First Amendment was designed to prevent. Now, my personal favorite is this gem. They want US courts to force American internet service providers to block access to the Turtle WoW website entirely. This is literally asking for the Great Firewall of America treatment. They want your ISP, Comcast, Verizon, whatever, to prevent you from visiting a website because of a copyright dispute. This has very far-reaching implications that could extend well beyond this specific case. Imagine McDonald's suing a local burger joint and asking the court to force the city to block all roads leading to the competitor's restaurant. That's essentially what this is. Now, the complaint is very sloppy in places. For example, Blizzard claims you must possess a licensed copy of the game and pay subscription fees to play World of Warcraft. Except that's not true. Blizzard offers free trial accounts, starter edition accounts that let you play to level 20 for free, and WoW Classic is included with subscriptions at no extra cost. So they're being rather economical with the truth there. You might not think that distinction is particularly important, but the issue is that Blizzard are arguing that Turtle WoW has taken away their subscription money by offering an alternative way to access World of Warcraft content, but in fact a free way to access what is most of Azeroth exists in the modern game. Blizzard allege that the members of Turtle WoW knew they were doing something wrong, and to this end they cite YouTube videos with titles like "Will Turtle WoW get shut down by Blizzard?" and "Is Turtle WoW safe from Blizzard?" as evidence that players acknowledge the illegality. Now just think about the logic of that for a second. Making a video asking "Will I get a speeding ticket?" doesn't prove you're planning to speed. It just proves you're aware there might be legal risks. Under this theory, every legal advice YouTube channel would be evidence that their viewers are criminals. How to avoid copyright infringement videos would become proof of criminal intent. The sad thing is here, I'm fairly certain that the owners of Turtle WoW were fairly clear on what the legal risks actually were, but Blizzard go about proving criminal conspiracy here in the most incompetent and ham-fisted way. The complaint also makes dramatic claims about how private servers harm players and Blizzard. They claim private servers drive away dedicated players, cause security risks, and create confusion about what's official. But where's the evidence here? They provide none, and indeed I don't think those things actually occur. Many Turtle WoW players are former WoW players who already quit the official game. Private servers often have better security because they're smaller targets, and nobody downloading something called Turtle WoW thinks it's officially endorsed by Blizzard. This is corporate fan fiction presented as legal fact. The complaint also goes full conspiracy theorist about Turtle WoW's business structure. They claim that the Kazakhstan and Hong Kong companies that apparently form part of Turtle WoW are fictitious shell companies, acting as smokescreens to hide the real operators. This reads more like a Tom Clancy novel than a legal pleading. Using foreign business entities isn't some criminal mastermind move, it's basic international business practice. So let's look at what Blizzard say they actually want to happen. Complete shutdown of all servers. Confiscation of physical hardware. Good luck getting servers shipped from Russia. Domain name seizure. Social media account deletion. ISP level website blocking. Up to $150,000 copyright infringement. Triple damages under RICO and all attorney fees. This isn't just stop infringing our copyright, this is delete them from the internet entirely and give us all their stuff. Why this matters? Look, I want to be clear, Turtle WoW is probably going to lose on the core copyright claims. They're distributing Blizzard's copyrighted software, and that's very hard to defend. But the way Blizzard is doing this should concern everyone. This complaint shows how copyright law can be weaponized with overreaching criminal allegations, demands for internet censorship, attempts to destroy online communities entirely, and legal theories that could set really dangerous precedents for everyone. The real message here is not don't run private servers. It's major corporations will use every legal weapon available to crush fan communities, even when those weapons were never intended for those purposes. This lawsuit is like bringing a grenade to a knife fight. Blizzard had legitimate copyright claims that they could have pursued quietly. Instead, they chose to frame a fan server as a criminal racketeering enterprise and demand Chinese-style internet censorship. The RICO claims alone are so overreaching that they might actually hurt Blizzard's credibility on their stronger claims, or even lead to court sanction. Sometimes legal overreach does backfire. As for Turtle WoW, their best hope is probably jurisdictional issues, since most defendants are outside the US. But this complaint shows that in the world of intellectual property law, no legal theory is too absurd if it might create settlement pressure.